Good morning, students. I hope all of you are fine today. So let's continue with the chapter which we have started earlier, that is some natural phenomena. Now, students, our next topic is what do you mean by electroscope? Now, students, it is a kind of device which tests that whether an object is charged or not. Okay? That is, whether an object contains any kind of a charged particle or not. Alright, students? So, one scientist has developed or has analyzed this electroscope with the help of a gold leaf. Now, just look into the diagram, students. Let us discuss about the structure of an electroscope. Now, generally, gold and silver, they are used to construct an electroscope because both these metals are good conductors of electricity. If you don't have these two metals, then you can also use copper and aluminium. Now, students, it consists of a glass jar which is having a vertical brass rod. Okay, the rod is inserted into the jar through the cork. Now, students, the brass rod, it has a brass disc, or you can say that a horizontal rod which is attached to the brass rod. Now, from the other end, there are two leaves of gold which are suspended freely. Okay, so these are the structures of electroscope. Now we will learn what is the working of an electroscope. See, students, when a charged object touches the brass disc, then electric charges gets transferred from the brass rod to the gold leaves. Now, as soon as the charges get transferred, the gold leaves moves away from each other, which indicates the presence of charges in it. Okay, see, the gold leaf has been repelled. Okay, now we will discuss about what do you mean by discharging and earthing. Now, when a charged object loses its charges, then the object is said to be discharged. Now, when a charged object transfers its charges to the earth's surface, then it is called as earthing, students. Generally, every building or every monumental or every structures, they are provided with earthing so that they can be protected from electrical shocks due to leakage of electrical current. Okay, students, so see in both these figures, electrical system with earthing and electrical system without earthing. See, in the picture below, if the system is not connected with earthing, students, then what will happen if there is a leakage or if there is a electrical shock, then what will happen? The entire current will pass through our body and it will have a harmful effect. Now, if the electrical system is connected with the earthing, then if there is a short of electricity or there is a electrical leakage, then also the individual will be safe, okay, from any kind of electrical shocks. Now, student, we will learn what is the history of lightning. Now, students, during a thunderstorm, the hot air moves upwards while the raindrops fall downwards, okay, simultaneously. Now, this leads to the separation of charges in the atmosphere. Now, as a result, negative charges, they gets accumulated in the lower parts of the clouds while the positive charges gets accumulated at the upper parts. So the ground is accumulated with a positive charge all over it. Now these charges begins to multiply due to the increase in winds and rainfall. But although the air is a poor conductor of electricity, as we know that, due to they carry heavy charges, so they are unable to restrict the electric flow after some time. So the negative charges as well as the positive charges, they meet, which results in the production of electric sparks in the form of streak of light, which is accompanied by a sound. So the streak of light, student, they are called as lightning, and the whole phenomenon is called as electric discharge. So this electric discharge can occur between two or more clouds in it. Now you must be wondering, why does lightning strikes the tall buildings easily? As we know that lightning occurs as a streak of charges that fall towards the ground. So the taller buildings as well as the taller trees, they easily conduct the charges towards the ground. So the air gap between these buildings and lightning is short, hence they are more resistible and more susceptible to lightning. That doesn't mean, students, that short objects would not be affected by lightning. The short objects also takes the lightning from the thunderstorms. Okay. Now what do you mean by lightning safety? So one should not stay at any open place during thunderstorm and lightning. As hence we can hear any alert about lightning or thunderstorm, we should rush to a safer place such as house or building or any other shelters. If someone is there in a car or bus, they should stay inside those vehicles and keep all the doors and windows closed. Also, one should read inside the safe place until the storms last. Now, what are the do's and don'ts for lightning safety, students? First thing is the outdoor safety. Now, one should not stay in any open place such as an open vehicle or open fields or elevated places or tall trees. Also, one should not carry any umbrella during the thunderstorm. Now, if a person is around a forest region, they should hide under short trees during the thunderstorm. Also, if one should not get near to any poles on metal objects, okay? We should very careful about during the thunderstorms, we should not be near to any poles or metal objects. Okay, students? And what are the indoor safety? See, as we know that lightning is an electric discharge, hence one should stay away from any electrical wires, telephones, cables, as well as the pipes which are made up of metals during a thunderstorm. Also, one may use a cordless phone or a mobile phone in an emergency. Now, one should not come in contact with the running water, hence one should avoid bathing till thunderstorm. And one should unplug all the electrical appliances in the house, for example TV, computers, music systems, etc., because these electrical lights do not cause any harm and hence they can be kept on. Okay. And the last topic for today's class, student, is the using of a lightning conductor. Now, in order to protect buildings from lightning, students, a lightning conductor is used. This is a device. So when the building is being constructed, a metallic rod which is having a height more than the height of the building is placed inside the walls of the building. Now, one end of the rod is kept in outside the terrace, that is in the air, while the other end is buried inside the earth. Now, this rod is a conductor and hence during lightning, students, it allows the flow of electric charges to the ground. Now, how does the lightning conductor works? The lightning conductor rod consists of a pointed ends which are made up of a copper wire. Now, these copper wires, students, are brought down along the building and they are attached to a metallic plate in the ground. So, when the lightning hits the building, the copper wire, they will carry these charges and quickly dispatch to the ground. In this way, the building will be safe from the thunder strikes by the thunder clouds. Okay, students? So, students, that's all for today. We will continue with our chapter in our next class. So, thank you for today, class.